Just putting the final touches on the racer's wedge. Here's the cab part of it I've got so far. Looks pretty decent. I went and looked at photographs of the actual car or truck, and that's how come I came up with the two-color paint there, two-tone. In the process of finishing up the ramp bed here. Got the rear tail lights to put on still, markers. There's little fog lights that'll go up here. Decals, details on these doors. Lots of little things to really make this thing pop. Just like adding the lights on the roof here, just anything you can do to your models to make them pop a little bit. Like right here, the battery, take the time, take a little toothpick and put your paint on the caps of the battery, on the terminals, on your radiator cap, the washer fluid cap. Just little dabs of paint will just, like, wow, do a number on them. So it's really important that whenever you're gluing chrome parts, to scrape off the chrome first. I mean, they will stick if you don't do it, but they will fall off. And the same for the location. Take the paint off. When you're doing plastic on plastic, you get a good weld. There's nothing, you pick up a model after you're done with it a couple months later, and all of a sudden the door handle falls off, or this falls off, By doing plastic on plastic, you can eliminate that a whole lot. You're actually getting a weld on it. So, and it's a pretty simple process of if you leave it on your parts tray, well, you see I got this one scraped, but if you leave it on there, then you got a nice little holder for it. I'll just touch it up a little more here. Be careful, you still got parts on there. Okay, now the last one. Let's see. We want to scrape off some paint right about here. And just take the tip of your knife and circular motions, whatever works for you. You can see there that I've got the paint off, and a little you got to be careful when it don't want to come out, because then it wants to come out all at once. I usually prefer putting a little bit of glue on a scrap piece of cardboard. Okay, now we'll even them up so they Symmetrical. Looks pretty close right there. Close enough for me. Okay. Now this is a handy little thing here now. When you got your small parts, they're real easy to lose. That's one of the things you'll find when you're modeling. It's so frustrating. You get down there to the nitty and the gritty towards the end, and oh, I lost a windshield wiper, a chrome windshield wiper. So do I put on just one and leave the other one missing? No, it's got to be symmetrical. So there's actually a couple little holes in that model where the windshield wipers would have went. So I've started keeping all these little teeny inconsequential parts that sometimes I don't even know where they go, but if they're really small and they're on the parts tree, sometimes I cut them off and I'll throw them in this jar, and I keep parts specific to the model that I'm doing too. You'd be surprised though that how many parts they put on these trees that actually don't go to nothing. Of course, if you've been in modeling for any length of time, you already know that. Okay, here's my headlamps. Now I like to make sure I got a hold of these small things. They would tend to like to fly off. Now, since this isn't clear, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on there and stick them lenses in there. I guess I'm old school. I still think that the tester cement in the old tube is the best. Boy, which way does that thing go in there? They would have to go in there like that. I know they go in there like that because of the machining on it. Oh, it's got a built-in lip. I think they almost look better the other way. Now we need to probably come up with a license plate on that. That looks a little bare in there. So we'll get a plate on it of some sorts. I was kind of hoping to take this little four-way wrench and like maybe glue it to one of these doors, but the doors really aren't big. That one might be. And I could use a little more paint on the inside of them too. Okay, this is what we've got for the decals on this. I'll probably be using these white stripes. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that logo. The Racer's wedge just looks toy. It looks toy to me. Okay, so that shows that coming down there like that, and just going down there like that. So now see this writing on here that this says left side. A lot of times that'll be numbers and stuff too. And now that's like decals in itself. So you would not. Oh, I hate it when it never happens anymore because I cut that stuff out of there. But I've been putting on decals and I get them on there and all of a sudden I look and there's like a little miniature 2 or whatever it may be stuck inside the decal, and so make sure you trim all that stuff out of there. All you want is just the decal, no writing on it. Okay. I'll get set up for decals and we'll put some on.